everyone, my name's Jessie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a book haul, and this is going to be my entire fall season book haul. It also lined up with my birthday, so a lot of these I received for my birthday from friends and BookTube community members who are just unbelievably generous, and subscribers. And I can't get over the generosity of everyone. The first thing I want to talk about before I get into the books, though, first of all, if you are not following Eric over at Breakeven Books, you totally should be. He is so awesome, and he just released his own little bookmarks, and he sent me one because I thought they were so cute. And if you don't watch his videos, he always says in every one of his videos, he ends it with "keep on reading," and I love that his little bookmark says "keep on reading." It says, "Until next time, keep on reading." I love it so much. So thank you so much, Eric, for sending me this adorable bookmark. His channel is going to be linked down below if you want to go check it out. And if you want to buy one of his bookmarks, they're like super cheap online. Go grab one. They're so cute. The next thing is actually a reading light, because my dog destroyed my other little reading lamp that I clamped onto my books to read at night. So this company got in touch with me asking if I wanted to try out their reading light, and I was like, perfect timing. So this company is called Vont, and they have these reading lights that are actually really awesome and very high quality. So you can go wireless with these reading lights. It also has a touch to turn on, and you can adjust the brightness that way. It gets pretty bright. And then I personally use it clamped to my nightstand, so I will show you guys how I use it in action, and then I will show you what it looks like on a book. So switch to those clips. So this is how I use my reading light. I actually just clipped it onto my nightstand and have it bent so that while I'm reading, I can just touch the reading light and it will shine, and then I can adjust the brightness. So depending on if we have the TV on, I can make it a little bit brighter for myself. So that's how bright it ends up going, and it's perfect for reading in bed. So this is how I use it. I absolutely love it. I would totally recommend this if you have a similar setup where you just need something to clip onto your nightstand. And then on a book, here is the light on a hardcover book. So if I wanted to, I could again just touch to turn on the brightness. I'm currently reading Jade City. So this is really good for hardcovers. I do think it would be a little too bulky for like a mass market paperback or just a paperback in general. So I could use it on hardcovers, or I like clipping it onto my nightstand. So that is the reading light that I wanted to show you guys. So I love this reading light. I would highly recommend it if you do have a nightstand set up like I do. If you mostly read from paperbacks, I don't know that this is going to work super well, just because it's a little bulkier than I'm normally used to with reading lights, but I personally love it for my hardcovers, but especially for my nightstand. So thank you so much to Vont for sending me this. And if you want to grab one, I have all of the information for it linked down below. A couple of self-published books that were sent to me by the authors for review that I want to talk about. The first being Vile Artistry by June, and I'm so sorry if I don't pronounce your last name correctly, Chevalier. I'm so sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. So I have been noticing him on BookTube for a while. He's been a commenter from the very beginning of my channel. He's been so kind. So when he was ready to finally have his book read, I was very excited for it. It sounds wonderful. So let me read you guys the synopsis. Lilia, a girl with the ability to transform into shadow, is banished from her tribe and finds herself a new home under the foster care of a lord. Her recklessness soon causes her to make a mistake, which results in her tribe's safety being compromised. Her lord father is then tasked with locating her tribe under the pressure of the Inquisition. Lilia is thus torn between two choices: redeeming herself by saving her tribe from destruction, or saving her stepfather, who has taken her and loved her as his own. For if he refuses to take up the task, he would be accused of protecting outlaws and is thus liable to death by hanging. So this sounds really good. It sounds right up my alley. I think the cover art is really stunning and intriguing. So thank you so much, June, for sending me this. I can't wait to get to it soon. I also received Wildcat, Book 1 of the Kaladin Saga by J.P. Harker. I have seen Leslie over at the Nerdy Narrative rave about this book, and I was so intrigued. And so when the author got in touch with me, I was so excited to say yes to this one because Leslie loves it so much. If you don't follow Leslie, I'm going to link her channel down below. So for this one, let me read you guys what this one is about. Oh man, this first name. I'm going to put the spelling up here. Oh, I'm going to try to say it. Rhiannon of the Cateran is conflicted about giving up a warrior's life to become a wife and mother, but her love for her new husband is enough to at least make her consider it. However, with the conquering Gaians moving ever closer to her homeland, a peaceful life may no longer be an option for Rhea or for any of her people. With rival tribes, old suitors, and the dangerous General Lepidus to contend with, Rhea soon finds her new family in unprecedented danger, and her choices now must be more than just herself. This sounds so good. I love like a strong, empowered wife and mother figure. I know that Jessie over at The Bookish Mom also loves this in her books. So Jessie, this one may really intrigue you. So I'm really excited to get to this one. Thank you so much to the author for sending it to me. All right, getting into some gifts from my wonderful friends here on BookTube. Again, the generosity, thank you. The first I just received, oh my God, thank you so much, Vish. So Vish from BookswithV is so awesome. She is a part of our Discord server and shelf space community that I'm gonna link down below. Her channel's also linked down below. I love her channel. Love. And so she got me Traitor's Blade by Sebastian de Castell. I'm so excited because Alan over at the Library of Allenxandria raves about this series. He loves it. It is one of his new favorites. So I'm so excited to see what the Greycoats are all about. I know that this is a swashbuckling adult fantasy series that just has a lot of great friendships and fun action and humor. And so, I can't wait to dive in. Thank you so much, Vish, for sending me this. That was so kind. And then since I mentioned Alan, whose channel I just love, and he's just the best human being. I just love his personality so much. We are really good friends. So thank you so much, Alan, for sending me Fireborn by Rosaria Munda. Oh my goodness, another one I've been really wanting to get to because I know Elle over at Elliot Brooks. On her channel, she loves Fireborn. She has not stopped talking about Fireborn since she read it, and now I am so hyped to read it. It sounds like this YA fantasy, Russian-inspired, revolutionary type fantasy. Oh, it sounds so cool. So I'm really excited to get to it. I've heard the dragons are spectacular in this book and the role they play is really interesting. So yay, thank you so much, Alan, for sending me this. Oh, I'm so excited to get to it. And then another dear friend, an awesome booktuber here in the community, Kaylani, over from Kaylani SimplyMe, whose channel is also linked down below. She was our guest host for Shelf Space in August. We read The City We Became, which we won't talk about because we didn't enjoy it too much. But she sent me Upon a Burning Throne by Ashik K. Banker. Thank you so much, Kaylani. First of all, when this arrived, it is the most stunning book. It is so beautiful. Look at that cover. Oh my goodness. And it's huge, by the way. So it's definitely quite chunky, but I'm so excited to get to this one. And I can't thank you enough, Kaylani, for sending it to me. I've heard Starlah from StarlahReads. She's the one who really put this on my radar, and she was just raving about this Indian-inspired adult fantasy story that was very political in nature. Oh, she made it sound so good. I'm gonna link her channel down below because I love her recommendations, and she totally reads like unpopular hidden gems, and now I just want to read all of her recommendations. So I'm so excited to get to this one. So thank you so much, Kaylani, for sending this to me. And then another one for my birthday. I already mentioned Elle, but she is one of my really good friends here that I've made on the BookTube community, and she sent me Rosewater by Tade Thompson for my birthday. Thank you so much, Elle. First of all, Is this book not absolutely stunning? I love the cover. I know that this is adult sci-fi. I know that it's very African inspired. It sounds so fascinating. The two channels that really put this on my radar were Benreadsbooks. He loves this series and I've been really intrigued to read it ever since I saw him talk about it. And then Brightness Katy reads, her channel, she has talked about this series and really enjoyed it. So I am so excited to dive into this. I've been loving all the sci-fi I've been reading. So this just sounds excellent and I can't wait to get to it. And thank you so much, Elle, for sending me this. I don't have a name for this one, but someone was so kind and sent me Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cesar, which is one that's been one of my most anticipated of the entire year because it is a YA horror about a killer clown. And I am here for it. Look how creepy that cover is. Someone left a note and said the nicest thing, and I just really want to know who sent me this so that I can personally thank you. So if you've sent me this, please let me know and know that you are so appreciated. Thank you so much. I can't wait to read this. I've just heard such creepy things. I know Rachel from the Shades of Orange read it and really enjoyed it. So I'm just so excited to get to this and get to it soon. And then another subscriber, Michael, sent me four books. Oh my God. I'm just in shock. So he sent me Never Die by Rob J. Hayes, which I am so excited to read. Rob J. Hayes is a self-published author, and he does a ton of awesome work in the self-published fantasy community. He has newsletters that go out introducing new self-published fantasy books all the time. I've just really been wanting to read his stuff, and Never Die sounded so good. It's like this Asian-inspired adult fantasy book. It's actually pretty short, so this one is definitely one I want to get to, and I'm so excited to dive in. And look how cool the cover looks. He also sent me Gideon the Ninth, which, oh, I'm so excited for this. I know that Gideon the Ninth is a adult sci-fi fantasy about lesbian necromancers. What is this book? I'm so intrigued. This sounds fantastic. I've heard Brightness Katy reads, love this book. I've heard a lot of people love this book. So I'm really excited to dive into it and just see what all the hype is about. It just sounds so fun. Also sent me A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan, which again is one that I've been wanting to read for so long. It's one of those backlist adult fantasy books that has just been on my radar for quite a while. I originally saw Kitty G, her channel, she mentioned this, and I'm going to link it down below because I get so many fantasy recommendations from her. She mentioned this and loves this whole series, this whole Marie Trent series. I'm just so excited to see what all the love is for. So thank you so much, Michael, for sending me this. The last one he sent was Tigana by Guy Gavriel Kay, which I've heard a lot about this author. I've heard a lot about Tigana. So many people absolutely love this book. So I can't wait to dive in and see what all the hype is about with this author and with this book. I really don't know too much about it, so I'm just gonna kind of jump in blind and see where it takes me. So thank you so much, Michael, for sending me these. Another one from an awesome subscriber. Thank you so much, Jean, for sending me this. She sent me The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons, which is another one that Brightness Katy reads. Oh my God, Katy, I get so many of my recommendations from you. She loves this book, and I'm so excited to read it. Oh my goodness, I've heard such great things about it from her channel. So Katy, I love your recommendations. Apparently, I'm like obsessed with your recommendations because, oh my God, everything you read, I want to read. So yay, thank you so much, Jean, for sending me this. I'm so excited to get to it. I know that the third book is coming out, I think pretty soon, if not already out. So I know that if I love this, I can go ahead and binge the whole series, which is fantastic. So yay, I'm so excited. I realized I didn't say anything about what this was about. It says that it is about a man who is a thief and a minstrel's son who was raised on tales of long-lost princes and magnificent quests, but he's claimed against his will because he is the missing son of a treasonous prince. He finds himself at the mercy of his new family's ruthless power plays and political ambitions. Oh, that sounds so good. I love that kind of story. All right, and then for my birthday, my husband did get me a Barnes & Noble gift card, which was so perfect. So always with my Barnes & Noble gift cards, I always try to get the collectible classics from Barnes & Noble because I love those editions so much. This edition of Dune, I just had to grab, and when that movie trailer dropped for Dune, I was like the rest of the world and was like, okay, I gotta go read this book. Here is the Barnes & Noble collectible edition for Dune. I think it is absolutely stunning. I love the gold sprayed pages, and the spine looks so cool. There's the back with the sandworms. So I'm really excited to see why this book is so beloved. And I know Mike over at Mike's Book Reviews, his channel is absolutely fantastic, and his reaction to the Dune trailer is what sold me on this book. I've never seen such a raw, visceral reaction to a movie trailer. It was just so awesome to see. So I'm so excited to dive in and see what this is all about. And then the other collectible edition that I got was actually brand new, released by Barnes & Noble, and it is Stephen King's The Stand. I think that this is so cool. Look at those colors and the spine and the back. I love it so much. How cool is this? And then the inside, oh my gosh, I just love this so much. So I know that this is one of Stephen King's most popular books. I'm trying to get through a lot of King, like all the classics I'm trying to get through. So this was another one I've really been wanting to pick up. I've heard a lot about it and a lot of good things about it. So I can't wait to get to it, but it is huge. Okay, so I had to run and go to dinner. So now I am back. So excuse the outfit change and maybe the lighting change, but let's finish this book haul. Okay, so these last books are all the books that I've bought for myself. I tried to really not buy many books at all, but I did manage to go into a used bookstore and exchange some old books that I was unhauling and get some store credit. So with that store credit, I bought Harlan Coben's Runaway. I know Harlan Coben is a very popular thriller author, and I've been wanting to try some of his work. I haven't heard much about him on BookTube. If you know of a channel that talks about Harlan Coben, let me know. But this one, it says that it is about a father who loses a daughter. She's addicted to drugs and to an abusive boyfriend, and she's made it clear that she doesn't want to be found. So it is about this man who is kind of chasing after his daughter. So it sounded really interesting. I've heard good things and definitely wanted to try him out. The next book I bought was definitely on a recommendation from a friend, Jashana. This is, I think, one of her favorite books of all time, and it is City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. I know, Jashana loves this book to pieces. It is a historical fiction, contemporary type of book. I think it's very slice of life. It's set in 1940s in New York. It just sounds very atmospheric, something I would really love. Every now and then I love to pick up a really sweet character-driven historical fiction book, and I know because Jashana loves it, I feel like I will also love this. So I'm so excited to give this a try. The next one I got was Long Bright River by Liz Moore. This is a contemporary mystery novel about two sisters who travel the same streets through their lives but couldn't be more different, and then one of them goes missing. I've heard amazing things. This is another one that's, I think, kind of similar in tone to like A Miracle Creek that I absolutely loved. It definitely has a mystery element that keeps you very intrigued throughout, but it's much more character driven. It's much more of a contemporary, beautifully written novel. I'm just excited to check this out. I've heard really good things, and I think I'm gonna love it. Next one I got was, preemptively, I bought the sequel to Leviathan Wakes, Caliban Wars. hoping that I would absolutely love Leviathan Wakes. I feel like I will. I really haven't heard that many bad things about it, and it's just a fun space opera mystery novel. I don't know, it just sounds great. So I feel like I'm really going to be excited to continue on with the series, so I went ahead and got the sequel. I usually don't do that until I've read the first book, so I'm really hoping I love it. The last one that I got was Bloodsong by Anthony Ryan. This is another one I haven't really heard too many people talk about, but I know Elle from Elliot Brooks, she has read this and really, really enjoyed it. I don't know that she's read the full series though, right, Elle? So I'm really excited to try it. I think it's very just military adult fantasy. I don't know if it's like flintlock or if it's more like swords and sorcery. I don't think it's any like magic. So I'm just curious to see what I think of this, and I've just been loving epic adult fantasy. So hopefully this is a good one and is another more like hidden gem that not a ton of people are talking about. Several more. The next one is Promise of Blood by Brian McClellan, which is the December shelf space book pick. So I had to pick it up. It is a flintlock adult fantasy, I think during the Napoleonic Wars, and it is a magic system that revolves around people snorting gunpowder for magic. Sounds great, count me in. I'm super excited to read this with Alan, who's the co-host for December. This was our pick, so hoping I love it. I also got 12 Kings in Sharakai by Bradley P. Bolo. Oh my god. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. This one I really don't know much about. I know it is more of a backlist adult fantasy. The cover is really, really pretty. It sounds like it's set in this type of a desert society, Sharakai, which is the center of commerce and culture and has been ruled from time immemorial by 12 kings, cruel, ruthless, powerful, and immortal. With their army of silver spears, their elite company of blade maidens, and their holy defenders, the terrifying Asylum, the kings uphold their positions as undisputed, invincible lords of the desert. There's no hope of freedom for any under their rule. Or so it seems, until Sita, a brave young woman from the West End slums, defies the king's laws by going outside on the holy night of Bet Zaire. What she learns that night sets her on a path that winds through both the terrible truths of the king's mysterious history and the hidden riddles of their own heritage. Ooh, this sounds really cool. I'm super excited. I saw amazing ratings for this on Goodreads. I don't remember where I originally heard of it. I think the channel Thoughts on Tomes talked about this series. I think. Yes. The more I think about it, the more I think that's right. So I'm going to link her channel down below because she's fantastic, and she also reads a lot of just a wide range of adult fantasy that some I've never heard of, some are very popular, and this is one that was like, oh, I've never heard of that. Gotta check it out. So this one sounds really good. I'm very excited. The next one, sequel to Poppy War, because I loved the Poppy War so much. So excited for the Dragon Republic. I've heard most people say that this is better than the Poppy War, but I know Sam in our Discord server did not like it as much as the Poppy War. So now I'm nervous because I really want to love this series. I loved the Poppy War so much, so I'm very nervous about where this is gonna go, and is my heart gonna break? Please protect Katy at all costs. That's all I ask. And then the last two, the first being Arcanum Unbounded, Brandon Sanderson's collection of short stories and novellas. This one includes like The Emperor's Soul, Edge Dancer, so I thought it would just be easier to just get this bind up of all of those short stories so that I just have one place to go for all of them. And I did not read Edge Dancer upon my first read through Stormlight up to Oathbringer, so this time around when I do my rereads, I'm definitely going to read Edge Dancer from this before I read Oathbringer. So very excited. And then the last book, we made it. The last book I have is Stephen Lawhead's Hood. This was on my underrated adult fantasy book video that I did, where I asked all of you guys for unpopular book recommendations, like what's one book that you wish more people would talk about, and someone commented Hood, and it sounded so fantastic. So I'm really excited to get to this. I think this is very like a Celtic type of fantasy story. I think it's Robin Hood inspired. Yeah, steeped in Celtic mythology and the political intrigue of medieval Britain. This sounds really good. I'm so excited. So yay, I can't wait to start kind of reading more of these underrated fantasy picks, because maybe I will find a hidden gem that I absolutely love, and that would be so fun. So those are all the books that I have acquired. This is it. This is it. This is my last big book haul. I might have like a little haul before the end of the year, but I mean, this is it. So let me know if you saw any books that you're particularly excited about and if I should prioritize, you know, some over the others. I would love to know what you think of these. And then make sure to go check out all of those channels that I've linked down below. They're all fantastic people. This community has been so unbelievably kind and generous, and just I've truly met such genuine friends and just the nicest people through BookTube. So I'm so thankful. So thank you so much to all of you. As always, if you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I release new videos every Monday and Thursday. And until next time,